Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Talk About Sleep, the channel where we talk about sleep. Amazon link to this book is in the description box down below, so feel free to check that out. Hopefully you'll get something out of it. Hopefully it won't put you to sleep. These videos are for education only, as I always say. We're going to talk today about an important topic in sleep, and that's the difference between parasomnias. So my last video was on exploding head syndrome, which is a parasomnia, but there are many others, like sleepwalking, for example. So parasomnias versus nighttime seizures. Okay? So seizures, epilepsy, when it happens repeatedly, are repetitive movements that occur in daytime or wakefulness or sleep. Okay? People can have seizures at nighttime, and from an outside observer, it can be hard to tell. Is this person having a seizure? Are they twitching? Is that a repetitive, movement? In which case it would be a seizure, or are they having just, pretty much benign sleep movements? Like a sleepwalking episode. Okay. And the way we can tell the difference is it stereotyped? Okay, so that's stereo, like a stereo, typed, like type. Okay, and what that means is it the same action over and over again? So parasomnias, whether it be sleepwalking or sleep eating or kind of moving the body or moving the legs throughout the night, those tend to have a repetitive, have a very varied nature to them, right? So somebody doesn't say the same thing over and over again if they're talking in their sleep. They don't have the same motion when they sleepwalk. If they're moving their legs or kicking their legs throughout the night, they tend to have there tend to be a variable nature to them, right? Whereas if somebody has a seizure, let's say their arm is shaking, it's going to be very, very stereotyped. Okay, it's going to be the same motion. It's going to have the same, very similar frequency. It's going to look the same. Whereas if somebody's sleepwalking or sleep moving, right, or having these kind of mini arousals or mini awakenings throughout the night, we call them confusional arousals, they're going to have very different actions. Okay, and that's important because if you're somebody whose bed partner is having these nightly movements throughout the night, it's important to know what they are, okay, or what they could be. Right, I hear a lot of times patients will tell me that their bed partner says they twitch throughout the night. Now, twitching in a medical jargon implies a seizure, so it always kind of prompts me to say, "What do you mean?" And you find out, well, no, they're kind of shifting around or kicking in their legs, and that can be from a response to sleep apnea. That could be again a form of sleepwalking. Okay, whereas real twitching, which would be like a repetitive movement like that sounds more like seizures. Okay, and the best way to figure that out is by doing a sleep test, an overnight sleep test. Most places will have extra evaluation if they think that a seizure is happening, right? So if I hear somebody is twitching and it sounds very repetitive, what I'll do is I'll add extra electrodes to the scalp when we do a sleep test, and that'll let me look to see if there's any abnormal brain waves that could indicate a seizure. If somebody does have a seizure disorder and you hear something like, oh, they're moving their arm in a very repetitive fashion, that definitely does sound like seizure. So it's a case-by-case basis, but it's not simply, oh, somebody's twitching at nighttime, it means that they're having a seizure or they're having something else. It's just something that's going to prompt a further evaluation. Okay? So just things to keep in mind if you're an observer and your bed partner is doing strange behaviors throughout the night, you definitely want to talk to your doctor about that. Okay? Because it's one of these two things, either a parasomnia or a nighttime seizure, and the question is why? Where is this coming from? Okay? So that's the video for today. If you have any questions on this or it's not clear, just leave a comment in the comment section down below. I will answer all questions. At the end of the month, I do a Q&A. So please feel free to comment and leave questions. If you like this video, please click like. Please share it with your friends and family, especially those who may have some disturbed nighttime sleep. And as I said, when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I will send a signed copy of my book to a lucky viewer at random. Got to be in it to win it, so subscribe. Until next time, sleep well.